Good afternoon everyone, this is the Scottish Power Women's Premier League on BBC Sports Scotland. Today we're at the Excelsior Stadium in Airdrie as top of the table Celtic take on Dundee United. The team's about to make their way out of the tunnel, so let's have a look at the starting lineups for both sides. For Celtic, there's 6 changes from the win against Spartans on Wednesday night. New goalkeeper and signing American goalkeeper Kelsey Doherty starts in place of Chloe Logan. Maria McInerney has been featuring further back at times recently, and Claire Goldie starts after scoring her first Celtic goal in that win against Spartans in midweek. Dundee United name an unchanged side after a 0-0 draw at home to Hibs in their first point of the SWPL season. It's a full new back line from last season, but with top flight experience, with Jade Wilson and Nicola Jameson centring that. Rachel Todd is now captain of the side after Danny McGinley, now Danny Findlay, departed to her former club Hearts of Midlothian. Dundee United travelling after that determined draw on Wednesday night. This afternoon though they come up against a super scoring Celtic. 21 goals in their first 3 SWPL games. Fran Alonso once again losing key squad members. He's slid existing players into that system in alternating positions, and some solid signings too. But they are off to a flyer in this new season. A 7-1 victory here last Sunday against Hamilton Accies. They'll be looking for more of the same from the first 3 games. Dundee United, with those replacements in the squad, had a tricky start in that opener against Partick Thistle. A 4-0 defeat against 10 players. But things more solidified against Hearts last weekend, losing a few goals from set pieces but looking to restrict the opposition in open play. And some of those instructions will be carried in to this afternoon in Airdrie. The teams are in the tunnel, about to be led out by referee this afternoon, Ryan Kennedy. Another big weekend of Scottish Women's Premier League action underway. Caitlin Hayes, the captain of Celtic, this afternoon, with Kelly Clark, the club captain, taking her place on the bench. And behind her, the new signing in Kelsey Doherty. He signed a 2-year deal, Celtic's 8th summer signing. Two managers shake hands, both busy in the summer. Graham Hart at United had a busy summer window too. The core of his SWPL survivors changed from last season. We mentioned Fran Alonso again having to tweak things with departures of big name players. Last season's top goal scorer for United, Danny Findlay, now at Hearts. A number of departures to league newcomers Montrose, two new goalkeepers, and that's meant a testing start. But recently Motherwell and Spartans have taken points from Celtic in the league here in recent seasons, but Celtic have started this season like a storm. Almost that wounded look to them from the heartbreak at the end of last season. And Pauline McDonald's back on commentary alongside me this afternoon. Pauline, Celtic have scored early in their first 3 games, the 4th minute, the 5th minute and the 6th minute I think it was, if my timings are correct. It's usually important for an away team coming to Airdrie to hold out strong to start off, but it feels even more important for Dundee United this afternoon. Yeah,
I would absolutely agree with that, Stuart. I think, like you say, for Dundee United, that will be a key focus for them, and especially on the back of, you know, a very, very good result midweek against Hibernian, and then prior to that, obviously, Hearts only scoring from open play.
Robin Smith about to kick us off this afternoon. A couple of games already underway, and off we go at the Excelsior Stadium. The drive forward, the fall straight to Hayes, but Dundee United will look for the space early. Claire Delworth. There's Maria McInerney, as we mentioned in the lineups, playing further back in the line of Celtic's defence, able to move the ball freely, something that Fran Alonso of course likes. The attacks starting on the floor from the back. Katie through with the throw. Closed down by Shen. Christie helps it forward. McInerney will chase. She'll see that one over the line. And Doherty will have the ball on the edge of the 6-yard box for an early goal kick. Arrives after a year at facing Louisville in the NWSL. Won a league title in her time with Fortuna Hjørring. Scotland's her 4th country to play in. Natalie Ross moves the ball for Craig. Caitlin Hayes. Partido hugs the touchline. Midfielder on loan from Real Madrid. Here she is again. Off to drive in field. Christie felt like she could get that one. Celtic stay in possession. Switch to Hayes. Natalie Ross. Shen. Colette Kavanagh. Gallagher's made the move. Ross with a touch of space. Misplaces the pass. Dundee United back into possession. Megan Sidey clears upfield. Smith's header on. Just couldn't find Niamh Noble. Noble signed a short-term loan from SWPL champions Glasgow City. Celtic looking to get comfortable with the ball at their feet. Cassie Cowper intervenes for the away side, but given away to Partido. Blocked off by Todd. Celtic remain with the ball in the Dundee United half. Celtic always looking to keep moving. Shen. Partido in space. 2 steps over. Cleared out by Jamieson, but will be the first corner of the afternoon in Celtic's direction. I mentioned the chances from open play for Hearts, Pauline, but set pieces will be a big danger for Celtic to try and threaten the away side here.
Yeah, we know the strengths that Celtic have in terms of that aerial presence, and for Dundee United, hopefully they worked on that midweek and obviously came up trumps against that Hibernian side.
Sidey pushes away. Hayes tries to get there. Kavanagh aims for McInerney. Assistant judges that one to have stayed in play. Good movement from Celtic. Paula Partido. Shot deflected. Still danger. Wilson heads away. Noble trying to do what she can to get that one clear. Celtic with another wave of pressure. Delworth stops that one there. Doesn't give up the fight. Number 2 of Dundee United, the former Hearts fullback, part of transitional Hearts teams that came up against Celtic in their professional progression over the last few seasons. Maria McInerney. Diagonal, searching for Paula Partido. Goldie receives it back. Just to keep driving. Runs into Summer Christie. He'll stab the ball away. Hayes for Celtic. 3 in the area. Wilson clears with the head. Shen helps back in. Ross. There's Jade Wilson again. Made the move to United after 4 years at Glasgow Women, just looking to get that ball away from danger.
Seen that Ross flourishing in that slightly higher position today, and just that kind of run off the back of the Dundee United opponent there, but not quite sure Caitlin Hayes had it in the final cross to pick her out.
So often difficult to predict Fran Alonso's starting lineups. That will continue this season. Always looking to increase the options. Amy Gallagher, she started in brilliant form. Paula Partido. Gallagher returns. Partido blocked. Another Celtic corner.
I think given the changes in Fran Alonso's starting team today, it might just take a little 10-15 minutes to gain that sort of fluidity that we've seen across the last three opening games of the season.
McEnany's delivery against Spartans was first class for Hayes to score on Wednesday. She looks for similar here. It's high on top of Saidi and in the back of the net, and the Celtic players will go across to Maria McEnany to celebrate. We said set pieces would be a danger for Dundee United this afternoon, but that one sails all the way over everyone into the back of the net, and it's McEnany's first goal of the season. Celtic 1, Dundee United 0.
I think when you have that level of execution, it was a very, very difficult one for Dundee United to deal with, and maybe at that point you're kind of looking for the goalkeeper to kind of backtrack, but I think yeah, special moment from Maria McEnany.
Well, it maybe took them a minute longer than the previous three games, or the last game in the 6 minute to open the scoring. The Celtic in that first 10 minutes so dangerous to start this season. It's the perfect start. As Fran Alonso applauds in the distance as the ball's moved. Celtic look to keep on going. Paula Partido pushed away. Craig keeps it moving. Coasting through. Ross around looking for Birchall. The flag raised by the assistant as Cassie Cowper looked to clear. Just a little bit of a conversation going on in that Dundee United defence to reset the organisation. Celtic, so often they find their groove when they get that first goal. That will be the danger now for the away team. Fran Alonso always asking his team to continue going through the gears. Celtic support found their voice and the drums. McEnany through for Kavanagh. Who looks to step in. Lost track of the ball, but does well to recover. Just how difficult, Pauline, does it become when Celtic, a team like Celtic, get that first goal, and you could, as a defensive team, just sometimes find yourself starting to draw further and further in towards the penalty area. Yeah,
we can see that that's what's happening, and I think, for me, Graham Hart will be trying to get instructions onto the pitch, onto the players, because in the moments that the ball does go backwards or it goes sideways, they need to try and be a little bit more brave in terms of moving the team at that little bit higher up the pitch.
Jade Wilson impressed in what was a difficult challenge for Glasgow Women last season. She's on the free kick. Natalie Ross. Here's the free player for Chloe Craig to pass to. Now Partido. Birchall looking to make the move. Celtic again will have the set piece opportunity. Dundee United will have to defend this one better. threats, and Chloe Craig and Caitlin Hayes make their way into the 6-yard area. 18 and 6 in the hoops.
Should go for the same again, Stuart.
There's the signal. Whipped in. It's similar, and Sidey that time getting the fingertips to it. Or did it come off the crossbar? Either way, Dundee United survive.
I think it was the crossbar for me, but I think at least, you know, she had an inkling this time as to that kind of area that she was trying to hit. And she's a goalkeeper of good stature as well, so potentially if it had dipped under there, she may have got it.
It was the woodwork that took the bounce. Megan Sidey picked up her first Dundee United clean sheet in midweek with that draw against Hibs. Looking to limit Celtic's number this afternoon. Currently stands at 1. Maria McInerney. Scoring direct from the corner kick. Here she is. Ross. Hayes. A bit of pace on that for Partido, but she opened up her body well. Has the running in for Natalie Ross. That's a superb team goal from Celtic. The pace on the ball, moving it quickly, and the delivery in for Natalie Ross in that forward role this afternoon. And she claims her first goal of the season, and Celtic have 2.
Yeah, I think we could see that coming, Stuart. I think for me, Partido's started this game really, really well. Quick, dynamic, and links the play with others around her. And like we had seen, you know, just 5 minutes prior, Natalie Ross just shown that desire to kind of penetrate the Dundee United back line. It's a great finish.
7 goals from midfield last season, an impressive contribution. She's off the mark in the new season. Wasn't far away from distance on Wednesday night, but made sure with that one, and a slick Celtic move. 2 goals ahead, just over 12 minutes on the clock. "23 goals now to start the league campaign." Fran Alonso delighted with the scoring throughout the team, considering the changes to the playing staff. 2 players adding their name onto the score sheet for the SWPL season already this afternoon. It's a scrap for the ball. Celtic holding possession. Caitlin Hayes there to help out. Wilson beats Gallagher. How will Dundee United use this? McInerney's energy across to make sure they can't use it effectively.
Yeah, I think that's what they're struggling at the moment, isn't it? It's just when they win possession back in the ball, securing that next pass. And for me, that last build from the back, they want to kind of play through, but maybe need to try and look to maybe play over that Celtic midfield, press into Robin Smith, and then try and get support up there a little bit quicker.
Natalie Ross now all the way back, looking to start the move, aiming for Birchall. Colette Kavanagh there too. Way off for Gallagher. Noble tries to move it on. Goldie for Hayes. Ross moves it quickly. Colette Kavanagh crosses, stepping towards the back, and won't pose any threat.
I think it's a good piece of link up there, play there. Really good work by Natalie Ross to come short and play out to the wide area. And I think Colette Kavanagh will be a little bit disappointed with that final effort.
Dundee United lost 300 combined club appearances in Jade McLaren, Niamh Guthrie and Danny Finlay in the off-season. It's a combined 129 goals in their time altogether at the club too. Those kind of stats are hard to replace, especially with the level the SWPL is at right now too. It will take time for Graham Hart's New Look side to settle.
I think what Graham Hart and his team have to remember is their season won't be defined by games like this, but what they do need to do is look at what are the what are they looking out for from this performance. What are the things that they can look to improve and become better in? And you know, as I said, they had a really good game against Hearts, just conceding from open play, and then took the positivity from that into the midweek game against Hibernian.
Megan Burns also the club record appearance holder too. She's now at Montrose. The reasons for that New Look back line that United have. Partido stabbed through for Gallagher. Celtic look to camp in the penalty area. Ross there again, just couldn't get the strong connection. Katie Frew will clear.
It's really dangerous down that right hand side. Really good relationships between Partido, maybe Gallagher and young Tyree Birchall as well. Seems to be the out ball for them at the moment, doesn't it?
And you can see why from the second goal. Partido providing for Ross. Kavanagh thought she had daylight away from Frew, but the flag raised on the far side for offside.
I was thinking there, maybe Colette Kavanagh could hear her since she was going to try and prove us wrong.
An early sip of water for Fran Alonso. He'll be happy with his side start. Just over the quarter played. McInerney and Ross opening their scoring accounts for the season. Celtic throw. Hayes encouraged forward. Paula Partido. Noble sticks the toes in. Takes it away from Partido's path. Chloe Craig. McInerney. Gallagher for Hayes. Now Partido. First time cross into the sky from Cowper and turn behind for a Celtic corner. Dundee United, everyone making their way back around the penalty area to defend. Goldie and Kavanagh will hold off further in that half for Celtic. Shen there too on the edge of the area. Floated in by McInerney. Hayes with the header, and there's Chloe Craig. Celtic have number 3. Chloe Craig's 4th of the season already. Always a scoring threat when she makes her way into the penalty area. And it's the set piece delivery again from McInerney causing all the trouble. Hayes somehow managed to get the header down there, and what a finish from Chloe Craig. And Celtic have 3.
Not quite sure how Hayes manages to get a touch on that there, but she does it, and it's a great reaction and finish from Chloe Craig, as you say. But I think for me, from Dundee United perspective, really need to try and limit the amount of set plays that they've given away so far, because the threat of Celtic is obviously there for all to see.
Has won in Celtic's 4 games already this season, Chloe Craig. It stands out in previous seasons for her scoring record. Such a versatile player, can play all around the pitch, and happy to do so whenever Fran Alonso asks her to. Graham Hart passing on some instructions with the Celtic manager. Keeps his pace on that touchline, always wanting more. Colette Kavanagh wants that too. She has Gallagher in the box. Claire Goldie looks to use the space. Natalie Ross took her eyes away. Lovely movement from Niamh Noble. Was searching for Smith.
I think Dundee United were fortunate there to get away with that. A little bit naive, trying to play out and across in that moment. But in that little transition back there, a good little bit of play by Niamh Noble, and I think maybe that's what Dundee United need to look to do, is try and can they get Robin Smith unleashed kind of in behind that Celtic defence, because we know that she's definitely a player that has pace.
McInerney aiming for Burchill. Seen over the line by Rachel Todd. Heidi Burchill scored her first senior goal for Celtic against Dundee United last season in December's league win. That's where the noise is coming from, Pauline. Flag waving proudly. Kavanagh's free. Burchill points. Ross is the receiver. Now finds its way to Tyree Burchill. Amy Gallagher moving. Can't find a way through. Noble tries to aim for Robin Smith, but Hayes puts it right back into that Celtic attack. McInerney. Wilson's clearance will fall for Burchill. Communication between defence and goalkeeper. We'll see Megan Sidey come racing out to collect. Made some big saves in that 0-0 draw with Hibs in midweek. United stopper. Touch for Kelsey Doherty. Her Celtic debut. Now Craig. Lifted over for Hayes. Partido open. Celtic allowed to move the ball freely across that centre circle. Wilson saw that one coming. Stepped up to take.
It's good interception by Wilson there. Reads the situation well, but just nothing really to hit in front of her.
Fourth appearance of the season for Dundee United's number 4. Kavanagh away from Delworth. Burchill asks, takes. Goldie shifts it for Partido. Gallagher returns. Partido clips it up. The header from Kavanagh tucked into the net, and she has her first Celtic goal on a return to the club.
Really struggling down that left hand side for Dundee United. Celtic's right hand side, but it's great link up by Amy Gallagher and Partido, and I just love the way that she hangs the cross up at the back post there.
Looking oh so easy for Celtic and Colette Kavanagh, and a big smile on her face. Fran Alonso has been after her in his Celtic side for a while. Left Rangers after last season. 7 goals there, and she opens her Celtic account again. And again, Pauline, the Celtic manager mentioned through the week how delighted he is with the goals being shared through the team, and that is certainly on show again this afternoon.
Yeah, it certainly is, and you know, I love the confidence that Fran has. And these players, I think, to keep a squad at the very top level, you need to try and install that competitive environment, all the time. And I think by making the changes today, he shows confidence in those players, but he also hopefully encourages the players that are sitting out today to continue to work hard for their place in the team. But it's a fantastic first half performance so far by Celtic.
Gallagher takes, Jameson looks to get it away. Cowper. Smith goes down under the challenge. The referee will blow for the free kick. If you're Graham Hart, the Dundee United head coach, Pauline, what can you do? What can you say at this point?
It's really difficult because we know how good a team Celtic are in terms of their physical capabilities, but also their footballing capabilities. But they'll be disappointed at giving away as many set plays as they have. The 2 goals that Celtic have scored from open play, I think, have been very, very good. For me, does Graham Hart maybe have to look at a slight change in his formation, because I feel like they're really, really struggling to kind of combat Celtic down that right-hand side. Maybe that 4-2-3-1 formation just not quite working for them there.
McInerney, Ross, Regan Kavanagh. 4 Celtic goals just over the midway point of the first half. Partido. Niamh Noble tries to prevent. Goal kick the decision. Niamh Noble had a loan spell at Motherwell last season. Plenty of experience from being in and around the first team training and set-up at our parent club Glasgow City.
Yeah, I think it's a good move for Niamh. I think, where she is at the moment in her career, she needs to be playing more, and obviously she's going to get that opportunity here at Dundee United. And I watched her a week past Sunday against Hearts, and I thought she had some really good moments in the game, both defensively and when Dundee United possessed the ball.
Sidey pressed, and the corner conceded.
I'm not sure that if it was me, that's what I would be encouraging at this moment in time from a team, given the result. I think they need to be a little bit smarter, rather than invite the Celtic press on into the 6-yard area.
We've already seen a couple of Celtic goals from this corner on the top left of the pitch. Collection make their move, dipping at the front post, commanding header away from Nicola Jameson, and she tries to carry the team out of the penalty area. Shen, Goldie, Christie on her back. Shen again. Natalie Ross out wide, she seems to be everywhere. Maria McInerney, Gallagher, 3 options there, more arriving. She'll settle for the corner. Something different from Celtic this time, perhaps. Natalie Ross moves away. McInerney delivers. Front post header away from Frew.
It's a good header away from Frew there, but slightly concerning that the 2 runners from Celtic deeper were just allowed to run off the players.
Celtic
especially when
that
it's
box
Chloe
again.
Craig and Hayes.
Right on top of the defenders. Sidey looks to deal with it, drops to Craig. Cowper prevents it going near the goal. Chloe Craig looking for a double this afternoon.
She just gets the slightest of touch there, doesn't she? She does well.
Corner from the opposite side now. Natalie Ross stands over the ball. Dipping again. There's a touch. It's dropping. Gallagher's header. Lovely pass from Hayes for Ross. Towards the back. Header down. Stopped by Sidey. And Robin Smith will swipe that one away.
Really good work by Celtic there to recycle the situation and try and get another shot off on goal.
Burchell's touch requires some racing to try and stop it going over the line. Dundee United will now have the goal kick. Quarter of the first half remaining. Cooper sliding in. The side, they will chase Goldie. Caitlin Hayes. Partido. Goldie. Rachel Todd there to clear. And it's Rachel Todd's 60th appearance for the new Dundee United club captain. Here's the free kick. Dangerous position. Just moving her way in. Todd doing that chasing. Line came out. Dundee United will look to hold that defensive line high on the edge of the area. Fancy McInerney to take. Craig, touch for Shen, driven through. Burchell strike! A beautifully worked Celtic goal. And Tyree Burchell has another for the season. You just can't take your eyes off it. Well worked from the training ground. And let's have a look at that move again. Dundee United can only stand and watch in defence. And Celtic have another.
I think for me, credit where credit's due there. That's a fantastic piece of play from the training ground and executed incredibly well by the players. But for me, you have to take it back to, you know, the free kick that Dundee United give away. Do they have to compete to win the ball there, or can they just delay and try and, you know, force Celtic back in that moment?
Caitlin Hayes for Chloe Craig. Craig, another of the long-serving Celtic players to sign up for another 3 years at the club in the summer. Partido will get the second chance. Away from Noble. Shares space, Partido. Goes for goal. But that one too high to trouble Sidey.
Yeah, I don't think she quite kind of execute that in the manner that she would have liked to. But definitely a player that's been a real threat for Celtic in this first half, and looks like a very good loan signing.
Dropping for Christie, but Kavanagh stepped in front. Party moves to Hayes. Headed away by Rachel Todd. Foul throw. Means the referee blows the whistle, and Dundee United will try and keep a hold of possession from this. Graham Hart looks to offer some encouragement. Under 10 minutes to play until the half-time break. Partido tripped. Shem wants to go quickly. Celtic so often seem to make this pitch at the Excelsior Stadium look wider and wider with the starting positions. Kavanagh from one side now, over to the other for Caitlin Hayes. Burchell gets it back to Goldie. McInerney. Cross forward again. Kavanagh. Back to Celtic 73. Partido rolls with the studs. Two block the cross. Another corner for Dundee United to defend. Celtic move back to that group around the penalty spot. Short. McInerney with a change of angle. Hayes swiped at it. Goldie. Gallagher moves away. United trying to push out here. Leah Sidey moves forward again, accompanied by Noble. Who's now on that left side, rolls it back to goalkeeper Megan Sidey. Smith goes down, frustrated, no free kick awarded. Tyree Burchell, most recent on the score sheet for Celtic. Hayes. Partido has time. Maybe a bit too much time. Summer Christie now battles for the away side. It's behind Robin Smith. Good work from Leah Sidey. Cowper goes down. And that will take the pressure off. Work out for Noble. Robin Smith supporting. Leah Sidey asked for it. Smith will look for Delworth. Not a bad idea from the attacker. A strong start to last season. Suffered injury around the start of this calendar year. Missed a few months, but a glimpse of what she can do when she has the ball up in that area. Language there. Burchell. Goldie. Kavanagh sends it across. Jameson's header. Referee has time to think. Just wanted that extra second. Kavanagh was somewhere around her back and plays it out for the throw. Burchell turns. Gallagher. Shen. There Goldie. Moves wide. Partido for Hayes. Patience from Celtic. Taking care of the ball until Shen's misplaced pass. The screen from Fran Alonso's to get up and press. He was delighted with that counter pressing against Montrose on the SWPL opener for Celtic. Craig. Hayes with all the space in front. Ross uses her body well, turns and strikes. Beautiful goal from Natalie Ross. 2 this afternoon, 2 for the season, and she's excelling in that forward role. Celtic have number 6.
I think for me, I really like the disguised movement by Amy Gallagher there, and obviously Caitlin Hayes just misses one out, plays into Nat Ross, who obviously rolls the defender. But yeah, you can see that this Celtic team are really working hard on a weekly basis in training, because just lots of things that are clearly taken from the training pitch really coming into fruition today for them. Players on the same wavelength, good relationships, etc.
Fran Alonso speaks about how he wants players that could play in a number of positions, and Natalie Ross is certainly proving that point this afternoon for him. She's been everywhere in this first half, crossing the halfway line to defence to pick up the ball out in the wide areas. Deadly inside the box, deadly outside the box too.
I think she's a player of real experience. You know, if we think back, Natalie Ross played, you know, for the national team many years ago as well, played as a wide midfielder, but you know, in the big games they obviously prefer her in the deeper role to break up the play, but she's also very positive in attack also, and she's shown that today in her desire to be involved, to break lines and find really good pockets of space.
Ria Saidi will win Dundee United a throw down in the final third. Still looking for their first league goal of the season. Jade Wilson across to take. Players in Tangerine around the penalty box. Burchell heads away. Natalie Ross is there. Gallagher all on her own, but she can do it without the support. She holds, rolled through, wonderfully waited for Partido, and clipped right into the chest of Megan Saidi. Saw Dundee United swarming back there.
It could have been counter-attacking play to perfection there. Great awareness from Nat Ross and execution, and understanding of where Amy Gallagher would be as well, but not to be.
Possibly unselfish from Amy Gallagher when so many others are on the score sheet and she isn't yet.
Yeah, it's an unfamiliar situation for Amy so far this season.
5 goals in 4 games for Amy Gallagher. A number of assists too. Celtic free kick. Kavanagh. Ball sticks. Move to Gallagher. 2 former Hibernian players exchange. Misplaced. Smith, she'll try and thread it through. Won't get there. McInerney. Celtic just keep on cruising in the Scottish Women's Premier League. They keep on scoring. 6 first half goals. Natalie Ross with a double. McInerney opening the scoring direct from a corner. Chloe Craig, Colette Kavanagh and Tyree Birchall adding the others. Fran Alonso will be feeling good at half time, but for Graham Hart and his Dundee United coaching staff, a conversation over on the touchline, a difficult half time team talk. 45 minutes still to play, and you can just bet that Celtic are looking for more goals. Dundee United need to find a way to stop that and try and keep confidence intact after a 0-0 draw in midweek against Hibs. Half time at the Excelsior Stadium. It's Celtic 6, Dundee United 0. Welcome back to the Excelsior Stadium in Airdrie for this afternoon's Scottish Power Women's Premier League action. Half-time is currently Celtic 6, Dundee United 0. Dundee United appear to be making a triple change for the second half. Georgie Robb and Tash Bruce were going through extensive instructions at the interval. Tash Bruce will be making her first appearance of the season after injury suffered ahead of the new season. And Georgie Robb, an exciting young player, Scotland Youth International, over 50 appearances for Dundee United. And then the other change looks to be Maya Knight, made her debut from the bench against Partick Thistle this season. And over on the far side touchline, the officials will just check through those changes, and you could also see a Celtic change coming onto the field too, and that is Kit Lefersky. And if you're Dundee United, the last person you want to see coming from the Celtic bench would be Lefersky, who scored all those goals on the opening weekend against Montrose. 4 goals up at Links Park, another here last Sunday. Already 5 goals and 3 assists in her 3 league appearances this season so far. Referee Ryan Kennedy checks the watch. The Dundee United defence break from their gathering. And Kit Lefersky, the Celtic sub, will get the ball rolling for the second half.
I think it looks like a formation of change by Graham Hart, shaping up like 5-4-1, I think, for Dundee United, which hopefully might help them, you know, try and defend those overload situations in the wide area.
Shen moves the ball for Colette Kavanagh on the score sheet in the first 45. Rolls the ball for Hayes. Chloe Craig, McInerney. Natalie Ross is the Celtic player who hasn't returned for the second half. The Celtic go on the attack, headed away. Hayes recovers. Partido. Todd goes diving into the challenge. Partido stays on her feet. Hayes attempting to thread it through for Birchall. Rachel Todd swipes it away. Kelsey Doherty, Celtic's new goalkeeper, making her debut this afternoon. To Shen. Kavanagh. Through on her heels, and Tangerine slides in. Celtic free kick. And the yellow card out of the pocket from the referee. And that a show of frustration for the afternoon that the Dundee United defence have had so far.
I think it's moments like this that we spoke about earlier, Stuart, though, that just Katie Frew, just hold it up, hold the play up. You don't have to win the ball there, just prevent or influence the cross. But like you say, frustration, but maybe a little bit naivety from Katie Frew as well.
Five hanging around that 6-yard box for Celtic. It's Gallagher who delivers, dipping. Goalkeeper takes and smothers at the second attempt. No one there to attack for the home side. Craig's header neatly brought down, cross into the right foot of Hayes. That's sloppy low. Players off for Dundee United at half time. Claire Delworth, Niamh Noble, Amina Saidi. Formational reorganisation that Pauline mentioned. Maya Knight the furthest there on the halfway line at the moment as McEnany presses the ball forward for Kavanagh. It's some pace, cut back, blocked again. Gallagher looks to get onto it. Partido in the way. Dundee United claim handball and the referee agrees. And that will stop the attack. And just see that injection down the left side. Kitleferski. Her heels burning. Fran Alonso watches on. A couple of strong, solid Dundee United blocks prevent Celtic from getting number 7. Rachel Todd, former St Johnstone player, putting the ball into play. Celtic collect possession again. Shen became the first Celtic FC women's player to feature at the World Cup. Partido stabbed away by Rachel Todd. The goal kick is the decision. That's very good defending from the Dundee United captain.
I think the tactical changes have definitely helped Dundee United, Stuart. I think, not trying to build as often as they previously did in the first half, and getting the team higher up the pitch and then being able to defend a little bit higher up as well, and with that 5 cover those wide areas significantly better. So yeah, I'm sure Graham Hart will be thinking better start to the second half than maybe the end into the first.
Burchell turns into Todd. Quick look up to see where Knight is. Held the position, ball didn't arrive.
Yeah, I think Maya Knight needs to look to kind of get across and into that channel just a little bit earlier there, to give her team a little bit of a release.
Gallagher looks back. There's Leferski, sets. I think that's 3 solid blocks from Nicola Jameson already in the second half. That time diving in front of Leferski's effort. Celtic corner. McEnany's deliveries been on point, especially if she was aiming for the net with that first that opened the scoring. Up at the back post, Hayes with the header. Bruce heads on. In again. The head knock on the back of Jade Wilson. He did well to get up high. And already an improvement to Dundee United's defence to start the second half.
Yeah, definitely, and I think one of the things that you have to say about both the centre-backs now, but obviously playing with 3, is they're definitely brave in those aerial battles, and they obviously need to be. But yeah, like I said, Dundee United to take confidence from the start to the second half, and I'm sure that Graham Hart has really kind of probably said, look, it's a clean sheet, let's see what we can do at playing in this different formation and different style of play for us.
Do you tell the players to try and forget about the first half for now and just look at the second half and try and treat it that way?
Yeah, I think I would. I think it's key that they try and restrict the number of set plays that they give away to the Celtic team, but also, like we spoke about, can they be smarter tactically in terms of getting the team up the pitch and being able to start that defending as a team from a higher position.
Birchall and Goldie, two youngsters combined. Hayes, Paula Partido, Tyree Birchall. Goldie asks. Moves it wide. Jameson stands in the path. St Johnstone centre-back recently with Spartans. Made the switch to Tayside. That there is Paulo Partido. Already appeared for the first team on loan from Real Madrid. First goal was in the Champions League. That's something Celtic will be looking forward to soon. It's not just about picking up the momentum for the league campaign. Fran Alonso wants to make an impact in that competition. Talking to it from the referee at the moment for Colette Kavanagh. Always a competitor.
He certainly is.
Partido opens up the right foot. And a battle with Todd, who stayed strong. Dundee United will have the goal kick.
It's good defending by Todd in the wide area there, and she's comfortable utilising her body and being aggressive, and that's obviously what's needed up against a player of the calibre of Partido.
Celtic have Celia Barclay, Jenny Smith, Murphy Agnew, Kelly Clark, Shea Monglue and Amy Sharkey all on the bench. Gallagher, great control, still driving. Swarm around. Froon Christie will help to clear. McInerney, Colette Kavanagh, Lefersky running, Birchall peeling away to the penalty spot. Jameson on her knees, stretching out that left foot. She's been in the right place a handful of times already in this second half.
She definitely looks more comfortable, doesn't she, now within that kind of three centre backs situation.
Graham Hart looking for things to take from this one for the rest of the season. And there's a swipe from Lefersky. Any other contact, and that was surely ended up in the back of the net. A groan from the Celtic support, who thought their substitute was about to get on the score sheet again.
I think she maybe did as well, just took her eye off the ball in that moment.
Knight. Dundee United throw. Shen aiming for Partido. Robin Smith in the way. It's dropped in from that first half further back into the midfield. McInerney. Slipped through for Kavanagh. Drilled across. Jameson clears. And again. McInerney throws in. Georgie Robb wraps the foot around it. Celtic have the corner. Can Fran Alonso's team add another goal? Partido on the set piece. Fersky peeling off to the penalty spot. It bounces. Tash Bruce clears. Only as far as Shen. Searching for Chloe Craig. She maybe had a bit more time, but she went first time. Takes the ball wide of the Dundee United goal. She can smile about it though. Already on the score sheet in the first half. Another change for Dundee United. Katie through the player going off. She was yellow carded as she returned for the second half. And coming on is Fraser, the former Aberdeen player. 24 appearances in all competitions for United last season. And her 4th appearance of the season. And Wilson trying to get that ball away. Tyree Birchall took a bit of a sore one there in the aftermath. The referee awards the away side the free kick. Happier with what he's seeing this half. Persky trying to close down. He said he will survive. Rob moves it. Knight is the aim. A wise decision to try and force Celtic back. She tried to carry the team upfield, but Doherty will have the goal kick. Christie sliding right back at it. Smith, Summer Christie, Georgie Robb playing it back in. Hayes with the diagonal. Difficult for Colette Kavanagh to try and keep in play, but she managed to do so. Forces Dundee United into the decision. Smith clearing away. Robin Smith tries to close down McInerney. Kavanagh has time to cross on top of the goalkeeper. Partido recovers. Hayes through for Goldie. Celtic pick up the loose ball. Amy Gallagher. It's still Gallagher. And Megan Sidey. Strong goalkeeping at the front post. Those trademark driving dribbles from Gallagher. Just draws the opposition back towards their own goal. Partido. Goldie clear. Shen. Now Chloe Craig. Partido tries too much. Joe Fraser asks the official for the free kick. The whistle sounds from the referee. Fran Alonso said ahead of this one, Dundee United are a well organised team. Seen signs of that on Wednesday night against Hibs. We're seeing a bit more of that in the second 45 so far.
I think they just look much more comfortable in terms of understanding their roles and responsibilities in this formation, Stuart, and I also think the subs that he's brought on has brought a little bit more energy and physicality also.
Gallagher, heels clipped, and Celtic have a dangerous free kick. And Gallagher holds the ball as the referee marks the spot. Goldie is there. McInerney puts in her request. But Amy Gallagher will send her away as Megan Sidey organises the Dundee United wall. Amy Gallagher looking for goal number 6 of the season. And she has it! Drills the ball into the back of the net. And she knew from the first moment the foul was awarded that she would be taking it. And that's why a different kind of goal from Amy Gallagher's driving runs and spins in recent matches. But Celtic have number 7 from the number 7.
Do you think there was a little bit of frustration in that strike, Stuart?
And now the changes will be made. Amy Gallagher's last act, and a laugh from Fran Alonso. Jenny Smith comes on, as does Shane Monglou. And Celia Barclay, the French defender, a recent summer signing, comes on too. But it's all smiles for Fran Alonso and the Celtic coaching staff. Amy Gallagher makes sure that she adds to her goal tally. Celtic's top goal scorer last season. Possibly an underrated player in Fran Alonso's system and Celtic's lineup from last season. You just think about players that do get singled out and spoken about, and she is a very, very important part already in the first 4 games of this campaign, just as she was last season. Run through the Celtic changes shortly. It's Tyree Birchall finds one of the subs in Barclay. Partido, Birchall, side foot for Shen. Celtic camping in that Dundee United half again. Now they've added to the scoreline. Nothing awarded for Jamieson. Step back into the back line. McInerney for Monglou. The shoulder right, then moves left, crossed. Nicola Jamieson throwing herself at it once more. Celia Barclay requests. Now Paula Partido, first time cross. Jamieson clears. Unfortunate for Fraser. Birchall can't move it. Sandy will take.
A good decision from Sidey there. I felt like those last kind of 3 or 4 minutes Dundee United were really, really deep, and even in situations where Celtic, the ball was being possessed within their back line, but there was no real desire to move that unit up the pitch.
Monglou. Smith stayed with it. McInerney throws it right back into play. Jennifer Smith. Back for Hayes. Right for Barclay. Partido. You can see the whole pitch from her position on the touchline. Clipped up. Wilson heads behind. Stays in play. And Paula Partido will accept the throw-in. Birchall battling. Todd. Out of play. Celtic substitutes just looking to pick that momentum up again from Gallagher's goal. From the free kick, McInerney High in there from Bruce. Heads again. Shen. Fraser can't carry forward. Partido swings it in. Inside he smothers. Graham Hart about to make another change. And Murphy about to enter. Knight chasing. Fraser picks up the pace too. Smith. The kind of ball forward that Monglu just loves. Driving. Celtic corner. She was such a key part of Celtic's side last year. Looking to get even more comfortable this season. Over it goes towards Barclay. Tries to direct the header. Todd sends it away. Dundee United yet to make that change with Murphy. Caitlin Hayes assesses the options. Shen shoots. Always rising. And now that change can be made.
I think it's really challenging these last kind of 20-25 minutes or so for a team like Dundee United, Stuart, who obviously will tire much more quickly in this game, given the kind of third game in 8 days. But they need to stay organised, they need to stay disciplined, and potentially look to slow the game down when they can, because if they can continue, you know, the way that they started the second half, then I'm sure Graham Hart will be able to take some positives from that.
Dundee United on the way to Hamilton Academical next Sunday. Good play, they might have an opportunity to get their first goal of the season. Fraser. Nicola Jameson aims for Knight. It's over Hart. Murphy cuts across. Comfortable for Kelsey Doherty. There's not a lot to do so far in her Celtic debut. You can just see the impact of Graham Hart's changes for Dundee United. Birchall looks for Partido. That pass too strong. Celtic make another change. Amy Sharkey will come on, and that will be the end of Paula Partido's afternoon. First opportunity for our BBC Sport Scotland cameras to get a look at the on-loan winger from Real Madrid. And Pauline, been very impressed with her.
Yeah, we certainly have. I think for me, you know, she holds her position really, really well. She gave kind of real space in the wide areas. Her receiving of the ball was very, very good, positive when she had it, and also the link-up play and the relationships that she had with the likes of Amy Gallagher, and I think it was Claire Goldie, sorry. But yeah, real attacking threat and created significant overloads in those wide areas, and obviously got herself an assist as well in the first half.
Amy Sharkey had some appearances in the wins against Montrose and then here against Hamilton last Sunday. Birchall out wide, moving in field. Goldie lets it run. Good awareness, but equally so from Wilson to defend. Mafersky. Todd in a tight space. She felt she was clipped. And the assistant does now flag. Celtic take on Hibernian away in their next league match. Did mention how Fran Alonso's side will be looking forward to the UEFA Women's Champions League trip after that one. They'll take on Brøndby to be played in Oslo, the home of Vålerenga. Burchell. Barclay. McInerney. Fran Alonso waving his side forward behind. Burchell Cam. He's open to the right foot for Goldie. Tyree Burchell has it again. Tries to pierce it through. That one blocked. Hayes strikes. And that one harmlessly wide.
It's a little bit of frustration maybe creeping in there from Celtic. Very, very difficult to break down a team when they're so deep and condensed. But yeah, problems for Celtic to solve, and maybe just not seeing quite the same sort of fluency in their attacking play since the tactical change from Dundee United, but also maybe the changes in personnel also.
Shane's header for Sharkey. Barclay. Mafersky takes it away from Joe Fraser. Burchell. Goldie gets there. Burchell offers support. Shen. McInerney aims for goal. Sails over the crossbar. Maria McInerney still getting the opportunities in that position in defence. Deliveries from the set pieces. The goal from the corner. Writing another to her name. Rachel Todd hurt again from that challenge. Hayes. Longlu. Strong possession play from Celtic. Barclay. Burchell. Back to the French defender. Now Hayes. All the way through is Nella Murphy. Tries to send it away. Burchell will have another chance. Drilled over. Jameson turns it behind for the Celtic corner.
Her position's been very, very good in this second half. Jameson, she's been there to get a foot in the way, to get a block. She's put her body on the line for her team, and as a result restricted Celtic to only one in this second half period.
Graham Hart wanted her before but lost out to Spartans for her signature last year. Jameson now in the tangerine. McInerney's corner. Guess who heads that one away? It's Nicola Jameson.
It's a fantastic delivery in as well there, and she's obviously up against Hayes, so
and
great
again
desire and power there by Jameson.
Upfield for Murphy. Fran Alonso thought about chasing that one but decided against it. Doesn't want to ruin the suit. There's a couple of smiles there and the staff behind. Wilson powers it forward. Bruce trying to link up with their former Aberdeen teammate Todd. Neat play. Bruce gets the pass wrong. Shen.
Yeah, Natasha Bruce just needs to get out of feet a little bit there and try and switch that play, because Georgia Robb was in really good space on the opposite side.
Shen scored her first career hat-trick against Dundee United last December. Barkley. Burchell. Looking to pick up the pace. Close control. Trying to work across. Smith left it. McInerney retrieves. Hayes is high. Goldie. Steps in again. Tudge read things well the second half, stepping up whenever that ball gets played out to the right wing.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. She just looks really, really comfortable, and I think, you know, she likes that physical battle as well. And I think that, yeah, good tactical move by Graham Hart to drop Rachel Todd back into that back line for the second half.
She'll look to regroup the players after this one ahead of that game against Hamilton. New United captain.
I think if you look at, you know,
that's dangerous. And Sharkey with a brilliant opportunity, a gift. And for the good work Dundee United had carried out in the second half, they present an opportunity to the substitute, and she anticipates it brilliantly. A great finish into the back of the net. And Amy Sharkey has her first Celtic goal.
It's a fantastic one-touch finish, and it brings a big smile to my face, as Amy Sharkey will be with her under-17s tomorrow, heading off to Portugal. But, you know, she's not had a lot of service since she's come on, but she's stayed alert, she's concentrated, and yeah, fantastic finish by the youngster.
And she'll be buzzing with that one. The awareness, the anticipation. And what about that for a finish? Heidi stranded. Here she is, Amy Sharkey. Energy just lifts again in those Celtic players. The feeling of the ball hitting the back of the net. Molson away. Monglu. Heidi saves and then collects. A difficult afternoon for Graham Hart. It's a Celtic side that are just continuing to grow and grow in confidence.
Yeah, they definitely are, and you know, I think all credit to Celtic technical staff and the players. You know, I suppose the system remains the same and the style remains the same, but the personnel has changed. But whatever they've done pre-season, it's working well for them, and yeah, going from strength to strength as we kind of get into game 4, I think, is it next week? Game 4? No, game 5. Game 5, yep. In this beginning of the first half of the SWPL 1 season.
Sharkey hanging around, cleared away, still in the area though. Wilson, and United in trouble. And Cowper clipped as she clears. Celtic will have the throw. Look. Corner. Brief pause before the set piece. Sent in over Hayes. Long Lou collects. Goldie. Out towards Shen. Sharkey. Buckley. Lou. A Celtic corner. Just under 5 minutes left. Celtic looking to grab more goals. And there's the header, and it is another. Kit Lefersky, the substitute, in the centre of the celebrations. It's another goal to her tally, her 6th of the season, and Celtic have another. They're racking up the goals here this afternoon.
Yeah, they certainly are, Stuart, and it just shows you they've got such good consistency, not just from open play but from set plays as well. Now four of the 9 this afternoon come from really good set play execution, and I'm sure Fran Alonso will be absolutely delighted in the manner that they've scored all goals today, but also just in the number of goal scorers that they have throughout this side.
Another 9. A few minutes left. We'll be looking for double figures. Celtic absolutely cruising to start the SWPL season.
We know that it was tight last season when it came down to goal difference as well, so maybe that's something that's been reinforced enough from the offset of this new SWPL one season.
And Alonso says he's still in the market for a defensive player. Thought he had one tied up, but that fell through. Trying to do further business before the transfer window shuts. One thing I found interesting about what he said ahead of this game, Pauline, was how highly he spoke of the players at the club and how they make the new arrivals feel. And so many of the new signings have just seamlessly settled in.
Yeah, they absolutely have, and that's probably one of the difficult things that you face as a coach, you know. I think we referred to it earlier, 8 players moved on, and then you also have Lisa Robertson, who's obviously stepped out due to pregnancy, but that's a huge challenge, and especially if you don't have all your new signings in at the beginning of pre-season. So fair play to Fran and the players themselves for making these new signings feel so welcome. And yeah, you wouldn't actually look at the pitch today and say that they were new arrivals, because the fluidity and the play and the relationships are in a very good place.
Olivia Chance, another New Zealand international, confirming her departure with the club this week. Celtic have been disappointed at losing that goal here against Hamilton Accies last Sunday, so the clean sheet of importance too. Doherty, the new signing in midweek, and with the return of Rachel Johnston close. It'll be 3 strong goalkeepers again at the club after Pamela Tohonor's exit too. Dundee United showed strong character in Wednesday's draw with Hibs. Captain Rachel Todd will have to lift the heads after this one, because those are the kind of games that Dundee United will be looking for to pick up the points, looking to get on the score sheet for this campaign in the League Two.
I think if you look at the bigger picture from a Dundee United perspective, yep, disappointed first game against Partick Thistle, but you know, definitely positives. Game against Hart, game against Hibs. Maybe this one they just put it to bed right away, Stuart. Difficult for a team like themselves, three games in 8 days, and like you say, the focus predominantly needs to shift to that game against Hamilton on Sunday.
4 games against top 6 sides too, starting against Partick Thistle, then taking on Hearts, Hibs and now Celtic. Celia Barclay. Hayes spots Shen Monglu. Looks to drag the ball past Smith. Turns back on the right foot. Shen. Volson digging away with Bruce. Protected by Goldie, and Hayes now for Barclay. That's behind the run of the first gate. Remember, SWPL highlights with Sports Scene at 7 PM on Monday on the BBC iPlayer and BBC Scotland channel. Catch up all the week on the iPlayer too. Ian Crichton and Rachel Corsie will have the Behind the Goals podcast on Tuesday. Beth Mead the guest on that one. Knight trying to move it for Murphy. Hayes is safe. Barclay for the first gate. The recent Celtic goal scorer. 6 of the season. Burchell. Goldie. Persky lets it roll behind. Ball on the corner arc. And possibly a final opportunity for another goal. McInerney readies the run up. Dropping to Hayes, blocked. Deflection off a Celtic player, says the referee.
Needed a little setback there, yeah. That turn wasn't quite on there for Caitlin Hayes.
And there is the full-time whistle. Another free-scoring Celtic performance. They have been relentless yet again. Another big scoreline. Fran Alonso offers some consolation to the Dundee United head coach Graham Hart. Polly McDonald, Celtic's performance. I mentioned at the start of this afternoon, it's a bit like a wounded animal after that hurt on the end, the final day of the league campaign last season. And again, they showed that kind of emotion that they're playing with this afternoon. They're a very dangerous side at the moment.
Yeah, they certainly are. I think, you know, the players look really hungry for it. Everybody wants to contribute. Everybody wants that, you know, a first 11 team place. And I think that the way that Fran's rotating the squad makes it an extremely competitive but group of players here. And with that, the standards are very high these first 4 games this season.
for Dundee United. It's a tough performance after a positive result in midweek for them. A big game coming up next in the league against Hamilton Accies. How do they regroup from this one?
I think there's still learnings to take from it, and I think, you know, that definitely tactically they were much better second half, but still both halves of the game they've conceded from set plays, so reducing the number of set plays they give away is important, but also the focus and concentration and how they defend them. But for me, it's got to be a quick evaluation, get the players lifted and think about, you know, what they can bring to next Sunday's game against Hamilton, where they'll obviously possess the ball far more than they did today.
Celtic on fire to start the season. The players there, Kelsey Doherty, who made her debut today, it's a clean sheet and the perfect introduction for her into the team. A number of names on the score sheet for Fran Alonso's side this afternoon. The goals being spread around the team, and they've hit the 30 mark for goal scoring in their first 4 league matches. Looking for that clear space at the top of the SWPL table to start the season. Remember, plenty of games this afternoon. Rangers against Glasgow City will be kicking off. That was a 4:10 kick-off on BBC Alaba. The two teams that are behind Celtic at the moment, and the togetherness shown there in the team huddle as the manager gets ready to give a closing statement. And it's not just the goals, Pauline, it's the number of names that are getting on the score sheet at the moment. There's goals spread around that squad. Yeah,
there absolutely are. You know, is that 8 goal scorers today? Am I correct in saying? But it's also the manner, the different ways that they find to problem solve the situation in front of them to convert. And, you know, whatever side comes up against Celtic, there's a lot of problems to solve if you're going to, you know, manage to get a result or something out of the game against them. By the way it looks just now anyway.
There is no stopping Celtic at the moment. Thanks very much for joining Pauline and I on BBC Sports Scotland this afternoon. Remember, Sports Scene with the highlights, Jane Lewis, 7 p.m. on Monday, that one on BBC iPlayer and the BBC Scotland channel. We'll be back again next week with some more Scottish Power Women's Premier League action. But this afternoon at the Excelsior Stadium in Airdrie, it's finished. Celtic 9, Dundee United 0.